Welcome everyone to our new episode of Hanyu Chinese podcast. I'm Santi, and today I'm with Melanie. Hello, Melanie. 你怎么样？
Hi Sandy，我很好，你呢？
还可以。我今天觉得有点不舒服. I don't feel 100% today. So yes, if you see me saying stupid things, it's because I'm not 100% today. We will see.
It's
Yes.
understandable.
Yeah. So what are we going to learn today, Melanie?
Yeah, so always very interesting things. So we're covering something super useful for daily life, asking for locations and giving directions in Mandarin.
Okay, so these are the words like in front, in the back, left, right, inside, outside. All these words, we will learn them today. But also, we'll talk about something we really enjoy, which is tourism. Like which places to visit in China that are not that well known, because we all know the Great Wall and all the, but what are the
Mhm.
hidden gems in China for a Westerner? We will learn about that too. Okay, let's start. Let's start first with a dialogue. Is that okay? Yeah. So
Yes.
if you're ready, we start, and I start with this dialogue, and I say, 请问洗手间在哪儿？
洗手间在商店面，
谢谢，我们等一下哪里见？
我们等一下在餐厅里面见。餐厅在商店的右边，
好的，
餐厅的左边有一个很大的电影院，你会看见的。
好的，谢谢。Very good. This was very interesting. We will see what is the meaning of that dialogue. But first, let's start by looking at our first the first topic that we will discuss, which is grammar and how to ask for locations in Mandarin. What is how do we do it? What is the structure that we will follow?
Yeah, so let us see here. So in
There you go.
Mandarin, when we're asking for a location, we use this structure. Subject plus 在, which means to be, at, and then plus a location. For example, in the dialogue we had learned, 请问洗手间在哪儿? Excuse me, where is the restroom?
Very good. And we could answer that question with 洗手间在商店前面.The restroom 在商店前面 is in the front of the store. But the structure is very interesting. 洗手间, which is the subject, 在, and then the location. And it's interesting that after the location, we just specify if it's in front of it, on top of it, under it, behind it, on the left, on the right, but that comes at the end of the structure. Very good. Now let's describe some locations using front, behind, left, right, all these words. Let's learn this vocabulary. So how do we say in front and behind in Chinese, Melanie?
In front, 前面, behind, 后面.
Very good. That's a very good word. And what about left and right?
Left, 左边, right, 右边.
Perfect. And so if I want to say the restaurant is to the right of the store with these words that we have just learned, the restaurant is at the right of the store. How would we say this?
餐厅 在商店的右边。The restaurant is to the right of the store.
Very good. So 餐厅在商店的右边。Very good. The restaurant
And-
is to the right of the store. There's a little bit of delay.
And here's another useful phrase. 餐厅的边很大的电影院。To the left of the restaurant, there is a very big cinema.
Very good. So we have this structure. We place 左边,右边, like this. 餐厅的左边 is to the left of the restaurant. And yeah, that's another structure. Very good. So we now know how to use 左边,右边, and we learn also 前面 and 后面, which means in front of and behind. Now, let's see how do we say inside and outside in Chinese. How do we say that?
Inside 里面
Okay, I think I'm losing you. I'm losing you. I couldn't hear
hello.
that.
Hello. Can you hear
We
me?
have, to our listeners, we have a connection problem here because we live in very far away countries and sometimes these things happen live. So, but we can't do much about connections. So, if you're listening to us, this is
Hello.
what is
Can you
happening.
hear
Very
me,
good.
Sandy?
Now, yes, now, yes, now, yes. Now we can. So, we were saying, how do you say inside and outside? Can you repeat that, Melanie?
Inside 里面 outside 外面
Very good. Perfect. Perfect. Now we recover her. Very good. She's here. And now we will see 里面 and 外面 in a sentence that we use in this dialogue. We said 我们等一下在餐厅里面见。我们等一下在餐厅里面见。We will meet inside the restaurant later. This is a very interesting structure because it says 等一下, which literally means to wait a little bit, which means later we will do this. So 我们等一下在餐厅 at the restaurant 里面 inside 见. And we use in this sentence the same structure that we saw before. 在 location and then the position. So 在餐厅 restaurant 里面 inside 见. Very good. What about 外面? How can we can you give us an example with 外面?
Yes, here it is. 商店外面有一个咖啡厅 So, store outside, there is one cafe.
Very good. Very interesting. So there's a cafe outside the store. Perfect. Now we learn how to use 里面,外面,左边,右边,上面,前面,后面. These locations very important. Remember the structure that we saw. And now let's review the dialogue that we read at the beginning. Let's see what is the meaning of this. So at the beginning of the dialogue, I said something like 请问洗手间在哪儿?请问 excuse me 洗手间 the restroom 在哪儿? Where is it? So where is the restroom? 洗手间在哪儿?
And then, 洗手间在商店前面。洗手间 the restroom 在商店前面 is in front of the store.
Very good. And you use that same structure. Then I said 谢谢我们等一下哪里见 Thanks. Where are we meeting later? Which is the sentence we just analyzed before. 等一下 in a moment 在哪里 Where? Where do we see each other?
我们等一下在餐厅里面见。餐厅在商店的右边。 we will meet later inside the restaurant. And the restaurant is to the right of the store.
Very good. Then it has something very simple. 好的, which means okay.
餐厅的左边有一个很大的电影院，你会看见的。So to the left of the restaurant, there is a very big cinema. You will see it.
Very good. And I finished saying 好的,谢谢. Okay, thanks. Very good. I love when I have very simple sentences to translate. I got the better part out of this dialogue. Very good. Now, if you have been paying attention to our episode so far, you will be able to answer these. How would you say in Chinese? The cat is to the left of the dog. How would you say in Chinese? The cat is to the left of the dog. If you know how to, please leave us a comment and we will analyze it here live. We love seeing your comments. Yes. Very good. So the cat is to the left
Have a
of
try.
the dog. Yes. Now, Melanie, if our audience they enjoy this podcast and they don't want to miss any, what should they do?
So you're very welcome to like and subscribe us. That way you don't miss any of our upcoming lessons, and don't forget to share this podcast with your friends who are also learning Chinese. So the more the merrier.
Very good. That is true. And if you subscribe and you press the little bell, you will get a notification every time we go live. So that is good. Don't miss any. Now, we will talk about hidden gems. We all love to go on, to visit places. And what is better than to see something that nobody else has been, or nobody else knows? There is more to China than the Great Wall and the Forbidden City. And we will discover it today. What are some hidden gems in China that you can tell us about, Melanie?
So there are also other different places, not very tourist, but also interesting. So for example, Huangshan, which we called Yellow Mountain. This is a place famous for its misty peaks, twisted pine trees, and stunning sunrises. If you've ever seen traditional Chinese landscape paintings, chances are they were inspired by Huangshan Yellow Mountain.
Oh, this looks beautiful. Like, I'm not a painter, but I would definitely enjoy going to Huangshan. Very good. The Yellow Mountains. So if you like landscapes, that is a good thing. We say that these are hidden gems, but if you go to these places that we're showing you, you will see lots of tourists. But mostly it will be Chinese tourists that they want to visit these places themselves. So it will be packed, but maybe not by British tourists or American tourists, but mostly will be Chinese tourists. So, which is a good indication because they also appreciate their own hidden gems. There's another place we want to mention is this one. I don't know the tones. How do you read this?
张家界.
Zhangjiajie. Very good. This place, I've seen pictures, and it reminds me of a movie. Like if you see some pictures of Zhangjiajie, you may remember Avatar. It may remind you of Avatar because the movie Avatar was inspired by the landscapes of Zhangjiajie. So if you like that movie and how things look in that movie, don't miss this place, this location, Zhangjiajie. Okay, what else? What else do we have here?
We still have some historical and cultural tourist spots. For example, the Mogao Cave in Dunhuang. They're fascinating. These caves are filled with Buddhist murals and sculptures that are over 1,000 years old.
Okay, very good. So regardless of your religion, if you like cultural artifacts and This interesting place to see, so you can understand a little bit of the cultural heritage of China and what were the was some ancient traditions from the old country China. Very good. Mogao Cave. Mogao Cave. There is another one which is very beautiful and is better known for. I mean, I've heard this so many times. Jiu Chao Go, Jiu Chai Go. How do you pronounce that?
九寨沟
Jiu Chai, Jiu Chai Go, Jiu Chai. How you can you
perfect
repeat?
九寨沟
Jiu Chai Go. Okay, Jiu
perfect
Chai
Sandy.
Go. This is amazing. Very beautiful. It reminds me of Privlice Lakes in Croatia, which is fascinating because it is like some lakes with this turquoise water, colored water. Is very, very interesting. So if you want to see colorful lakes, waterfalls, snow capped peaks, and other things like that, if you like beautiful landscapes, this is the place to go. Tiochaco. Very good. What else? Now we will talk about something called Hutongs. What is a Hutong? Melanie?
Hutong. Hutongs are narrow alleys lined with traditional courtyard houses. We have talked about this, and they've been around for centuries and give you a glimpse into Beijing's old way of life.
Okay, very good. So if you go to a city like Beijing, you will find these narrow streets, and some of them are very, very, very well known, like Nanlo Kuxiang. I don't have the tones, so I don't know how to pronounce any of these ones.
Hey, Sandy.
Um, Nanlo Kuxiang. So you can go to Nanlo Kuxiang, and there you will find boutique shops, street food, and hidden tea houses. I remember being there when I visited too long ago. This is like 15 years ago. But yeah, it was.
What?
Yes, I'm very old, Melanie. I shouldn't say these things. It makes me look even older. Okay, what else? Besides Nanluo Guxiang, what else we have?
So another fascinating hutong is Yandai Xiejie. This name is very special, which is known for its antique shops and traditional snacks. And walking through here feels like stepping back in time of Beijing.
Very good. Perfect. So if you want to visit these hutongs, we recommend you hiring a bike, getting a bike, and just going around because it's an interesting way of visiting a city. So if you have the opportunity to go to Beijing and you want to do something else besides visiting the forbidden city, you can always visit the hutongs. Now we had a question for the audience, and the question was, if I remember correctly, something about the cat. Is it? Now it was like this: the cat is to the left of the dog. Now, how do you say that in Chinese? Melanie, how do you say that in Chinese?
The correct answer is 小猫在小狗的左边.
Very good. So 小猫在小狗的左边. You are using here the same structure that we saw before. So 在 location and then the position. So in this case, 左边, which is left. Very good. Very interesting. Perfect. So now, if you still want to prove that you understand this episode, we have another question for you that you may want to leave us in the comments. Is if you have learned everything in this episode, please leave us a comment using a sentence using qiánmiàn or hòumiàn, and we will see if you know how to use it. We will show this structure that we're using. So yeah, if you remember the structure, you will be fine. And also, if you have more recommendations of places to go in China that we haven't mentioned in this episode, please also leave us a comment. We can all share what is our favorite places besides the ones that we have discussed today. Now, Melanie, What have we learned today? Let's do a quick recap.
Today we have learned how to describe a location in Chinese is using 在 to be at. So you can use 前面 in front, 后面 behind, 左边 left, 右边 right, and 里面 inside, and 外面 outside to talk about saying something.
Very
To
good.
talking
And we
about the
also,
location.
and we after that we saw some recommendations of where to go in China besides the beaten path. So we have very beautiful recommendations, and hopefully in the comments we will get even better ones from your comments. Very good. It's been great and fascinating. If you enjoy learning Chinese and you like listening to this podcast, but want to learn Chinese properly, where should they go, Melanie?
Welcome to visit our website, hanyu-chineseschool.com, to ask for a free trial class.
Very good. So hanyuchineseschool.com, that is the website. Ask for a free trial class, and you will see how does the campus work, and which tools do we have that can help you to achieve the next level in your language learning. Very good, Melanie. It's been a pleasure. I survived. I still feel a little bit under the weather, but yes, not bad, not bad. I may need to rest this afternoon.
Happy to hear that. Oh.
I will see you very soon in the next episode. Melanie, 很高兴和你一起学习。
好，下次见。See you next time.
See you next time. Bye bye.